Welcome.
Are you ready to thrive?
Of course you are. Life is all about thriving forward and doing things your way. Hello and welcome to the Sussex Way Podcast. My name is Veena V. I'm a single mum that lives in London in England, and I love tea, cake and long walks in the countryside. Oh yes, I do. And I love helping you to build up your business on YouTube. Now, Sussex Squad, I am totally shocked. I really am, because like I just said, I help people to launch, start up a YouTube channel, especially if you're a business owner. Now, I have been on YouTube for many years, and I have never experienced this level of negativity and hate. The odd, it's not a massive amount. I've seen the odd comment directed towards me. And there's just been a lot of hate directed towards Meghan Markle. Before I started this podcast, I was aware of a lot of negativity that was out there, not just towards Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, but in general. There's a lot of angry people out there that want to direct their thoughts, feelings and emotions onto other people who are just trying to get on with their life and, trying to help and inspire other people. The reason I'm bringing up YouTube is because this podcast is also available on YouTube. So if you're listening to this on iTunes, on Spotify, and you're like, how can I even write a comment? Because you can't when you're listening to it on a podcasting platform, but we are available on YouTube. So hello, by the way, and thank you so much if you have subscribed to this YouTube channel. If you have not done so already, please make sure you do hit that big red button, because you'll get notified every time we do upload new episodes. And look, this episode isn't planned, but I just wanted to come on to this podcast, do a solo episode, and just really kind of, now I'm never going to understand the amount of abuse that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry and other celebrities out there personally get. We did actually have an amazing insight on episode number 8 from Holly Matthews. So if you haven't gone to listen to that episode yet, make sure you do this. Episode number 8. Holly Matthews, she's an actress in the UK, and she kind of grew up in the spotlight. Now, at her husband's funeral, her husband sadly died about 2 years ago. So now she's a single mum raising 2 daughters. And even at her husband's funeral, because she's like in the limelight, she even had paparazzi at her husband's funeral. One of her friends as well was a contestant on Love Island. Now, Love Island is a reality TV show here in the UK as well. I think it's over in America and Australia as well now. And one of her friends, who was a contestant on Love Island, sadly committed suicide. And that was all to do with the amount of abuse she was getting online. And she just gives us a real insight into what her friend went through and what herself went through for just purely being in the spotlight. Look, when people have a career, whether it's acting, presenting, being an influencer, being on reality TV, I don't understand why people feel that they can direct hate towards them. I'm not saying don't have an opinion. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but just be careful the way you are saying your opinion to other people. And like I said, I am really in shock by the things that people think they can say to me hosting the Sussex Way podcast. People have even directed things at my son. People have said stuff about me, how I am vile, how it's just very, as you can tell, I'm just really kind of I've said this word about 10 times already, but it is shocking. And for me to even experience this minute amount of it, I can kind of, again, on the scale of being 1%, if I'm experienced this from, look, so many people don't know who I am. I'm, a businesswoman that puts herself out there on YouTube. My content, it's always been my aim since I started on YouTube. I think my first video was, 9-10 years ago. My main aim has always been to help other people, to serve other people, to inspire and motivate them to go for their dreams, if I can say something that can change the way someone thinks or feels, I feel that I have done my job in life. I have fulfilled my purpose. So it is very odd for me to start up this podcast and get people directing so much of their anger towards me. And again, like I said, it's if I've had 100 comments on the Sussex Way podcast so far, I'm talking about 5 comments out of 100 that are negative. So it's not a massive amount. However, what they are saying is just ridiculous. It is just, there is no place for it, okay? Now, I want this podcast to be positive. I want this podcast to open up the discussion. This is the whole point of the Sussex Way. It's to open the discussion about taboo subjects, about divorce, about mental health, postnatal depression, racism, so many things. I want to talk about it openly, and I want you as a viewer, as a listener of the Sussex Way to be open as well, and I want you to comment, and I want you to not feel judged or feel fear if you are going to make a comment as well. The only thing that I would say is, if you're listening to this right now and you're about to write a nasty comment, I want you to think about this, okay? What would your employer say if they saw your comment on YouTube? What would your wife, what would your husband, what would your children, what would your family or friends say if they saw what you were writing? So many of these comments that I'm seeing directed, especially towards the royal family or towards Meghan or Harry, people are doing it and it's a fake name and it's not even a picture of themselves, it's just nothing. So I just really want you to think twice about what you're going to write, because, like, why are you doing it? I really want to know. And to the majority of the people that are listening going, Veena, I don't do things like that. Let's have a discussion now about how you can deal with negativity and abuse online, okay? Because I really want to encourage you that if you've got a message, if you've got a story to share and you think it can help other people, I want you to share it. And I know a lot of you have stories that you want to share, but you don't want to do it because of this, because of what I'm talking about. It's frightening to think that people can just say what they want and there's no repercussions. So I want to kind of give you some guidance and steps now to, if you want to start your own YouTube channel, if you want to start your own podcast, if you want to write a book, whatever it is you want to do, I want you to do it, okay? Stop living someone else's life. You are here to live your own life. Do what makes you happy and do things your way. So let's run through maybe some practical steps on what you can do to put yourself out there, but limit this amount of, and like I said, I don't want this to be an episode where I'm scaring you. Look, it is the minority of people that are going to do this, but I want to warn you, and I do want to help you that if you do get that odd comment, that you're fully prepared for it. So the first thing you can do, look, with a podcast, so if you are listening to this on iTunes and Spotify, it's very hard for people to contact you. They are going to have to, find your social media or send you a message that way anyway. So if you are doing audio only, that may be a good place to start, because you're already limiting the amount of ways that people can connect with you. Now, again, if I don't want this to be how can I put this? Because there's going to be loads of people listening to your podcast that do want to contact you. So don't make it hard for people to get in touch with you. But, I'm just saying that's a way that you could start. If you've never put a post out there, you've never done a video, maybe podcasting could be the best way to start, and then you could venture into doing online videos on Facebook or Instagram, or of course on YouTube. The second thing I will say, if you do want to launch your own YouTube channel, YouTube actually give us loads of power to deal with negativity online, okay? First off, you can actually limit the words that people put. So people are going to think they're clever and comment something like "you are a b" or whatever swear words they want to put. Guess what? On YouTube, you can actually filter the comments before they even go live. So these people are actually wasting their time. They might write paragraphs and paragraphs of what they want to say, and it will never see the light of day on YouTube, because you can just limit. So you go into the back end of your YouTube channel and you can put in words that basically YouTube filters your comments for you, okay? So that's the second thing you can do. The third thing you can do is, if a comment has popped up on your YouTube and you don't want to keep it there because it's just adding no value to anyone, you can actually click on the comment. There's 3 dots on it. It should be on the right hand side, and you can actually remove that comment from your YouTube video. You can also hide comments from that person throughout your whole YouTube channel as well. If things get really bad and someone keeps on saying nasty things and there's just no need for it, you can also ban that person from your YouTube channel, and you can report them to YouTube as well. And I really do feel that as we are moving on and evolving in this online world, I really hope that Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, what they will do is, to sign up for a social media account, you actually have to put your real identity in there. You have to put your passport or your driving license, or you've got to connect it to a credit card. Because I think as soon as these platforms start doing that, that is automatically gonna eliminate so many negative comments, because people aren't gonna write them, because they're gonna be like, oh, hold on, everyone's gonna know that's me. And that's the main issue here. And let me know if you are listening to this on YouTube. Comment below this video right now. Do you think that is a good step forward for all of us moving forward? That, to have an account online, it must be verified with some kind of documentation. I just really feel that will eliminate all of this, okay? Now, those are kind of practical things you can do in terms of emotionally equipping yourself. These are some things I do, and hopefully they can help you as well. The first thing I do is I look at those comments and I just feel so much sympathy and empathy for those people that are writing those comments, because you've got to remember this, okay? Hate directed towards you is not about you, okay? It's about that person. So you've got to flip the script. You've got to change the story, and rather than thinking, oh, that's a hurtful comment, how could that person write that? It's not about you. It's not about you, beautiful. It's about them. They must be going through something so horrible in their lives to call someone else a nasty word, because they wouldn't do it to your face, okay? People get very brave online, so just remember that. They wouldn't do that in real life to your face. So I want you to tell yourself that story. It's not about you, it's about them. Feel sorry for them. That I genuinely feel so upset when I see comments, because I think, what is going on in that person's life for them to feel that angry, and then for them to take the step to spread their negativity online? They must be going through something very traumatic. So really feel sorry for them, okay? The second thing you can do is challenge them. Now, I wouldn't necessarily advise this for everyone, but what I do, and maybe you've seen me do this on the Sussex Way YouTube channel, is I will reply to people, but I will challenge them, and I will say, why did you write that? Or I will try and say something like, yeah, whatever they're saying, I will kind of filter out any kind of bad words or really negative, hurtful things they've said, and I will just look at the essence of what they're saying, and yeah, just ask them why they wrote it or why they feel that, why they think it. I will say, if you don't like this content, that's fine. I hope you go and find content on YouTube that you enjoy. This YouTube channel is not going to be for everyone. It's not, and I know that. Another thing you can do is accept it. Accept that not everyone is going to love you. You can be doing things from the purest intention. Like I said, everything I release online, I am doing it mainly from the first, and of course I've got different reasons to why I do different things, but the intention of every single piece of content I put up online is to try and help and inspire someone in some way. They may be going through a difficult situation. I just want to help people to realise that there's a different way to live your life. You don't have to do things the standard way that we've been taught up, that's not a phrase, that we've been taught, that we've been learnt, that we've kind of grown up with in society. There's a different way to do things, okay? And that's kind of the crux of all my content. So the last thing I want to say to you is just accept that even if your content is aimed to inspire others and help others, accept that you will get a very, very, very minute amount of people who don't like it. And guess what? That's okay. That's okay. We are not everyone's cup of tea. I laugh a lot. People don't like me laughing, and I can't help it because that is me. I am a happy person and I like to see the positive in things, and some people don't like that, but I've accepted it. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea as well, okay? I really hope this episode has helped you in some way, and yeah, I don't want you to be fearful. I want you to get out there, put yourself out there and do your best. Try your best. Live your dreams, because whose life are you living? You're not living other people's. Don't hide away just because you get that one comment that really does hurt your feelings. Remember, that person must be going through something so traumatic in their life. I'm not making excuses for people that do that. I'm really not. But I want you to realise that there are people like that out there that are going through something, and unfortunately, they are directing their negativity towards you. I also want to end on the note of don't be afraid to comment. If you're now thinking, oh no, I'm scared to comment on this YouTube channel. No, I want you to comment. Go and express your opinion to me. Go and express your opinion to other people. Just be careful how you're saying it. I believe in constructive criticism. So if you don't like something, that is fine. I don't like every single video or podcast I listen to, but I will try and give that person constructive feedback. Because if you don't do that, how are you going to help that person to get better? If everyone just commented on my YouTube channels, oh, I love your videos, Veena, even though that's great to hear, how am I going to improve as a presenter, or how am I going to improve my content? How can I tailor it towards you and help you if no one's, giving their opinion and saying their constructive criticism? Okay, so just be mindful of the comments you're making to anybody online, but don't be scared to make comments. We are, we're all on this one planet together. We should all be helping and supporting and inspiring each other. And we should all be helping each other to become the ultimate versions of ourselves. Okay, thank you so much for listening to episode 12 of the Sussex Way podcast. Make sure you subscribe on this YouTube channel or on iTunes or Spotify or wherever else you're listening, because there's lots more episodes on the way. Episode 13 is all about changing careers. So just like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have changed careers later on in their life, obviously with Prince Harry leaving senior duties in the royal family, and Meghan Markle going from an actress to really she's classed as a princess now. She's classed as the Duchess of Sussex. it's not easy to change career at any stage of life, but especially in your 30s, 40s, 50s, however old you are. So the next episode is all about the kind of emotional aspects of how you can change career later on in life. So I hope you do listen to that. That is the next episode. And remember to become a happiness hustler. Okay, thrive forward and do things your way. If you are ready to transform your life, if you are ready to do things your way, download my free Thrive video course. I'm going to teach you 5 powerful ways to transform your life starting today. If you want to get your hands on that, it's free. It's a course. Just go to veenav.com/Sussex. That's VEENAV.com/Sussex, and you can go and download that. I will see you in the next episode of the Sussex Way.
Are you ready to thrive?
Be sure to join us next time.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review on iTunes.